Hey guys, welcome to Unlocking the Cage. I'm Nick White. Thanks for joining us. Let's get going. Hey guys, welcome to Unlocking the Cage. My name's Nick White. I'm your host. This episode is going to be a little bit about myself, my team, Cage the Darkness, Paranormal Investigations. But the rest of the episode will be about Wonderland, Elkmont, Tennessee, the ghost town in Elkmont, Tennessee, and our second episode, the investigation. We'll do an uncaged investigation for you guys, teach you how to do that technique and how to become an uncaged investigator yourself. I grew up here in the Smoky Mountain area. I've always lived here in Tennessee. I love it. It's home to me. Every time I walk around to look around, even here in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, which is English Mountain, is where I live. It's just amazingly beautiful, and I love it. I feel blessed by God to be here, and it's an amazing experience to be here. Been in the paranormal field for a little over 24 years now. Began learning more about the unknown when I had a few experiences that were kind of unexplained when I was younger. I've investigated really all kinds of different locations, residential, some businesses. Take what I do very seriously. It's not just a hobby with me. It's a battle against evil that God has really prepared me for. Been on paranormal, cryptid, UFO, many different kind of investigations. Had the privilege of investigating some of the most haunted places, like Penhurst Asylum. When you were there, when it was a life-changing experience. I mean, made you truly feel for those who went through such torment there. I mean, the residual energy alone was so thick you could slice through it with a katana. The overwhelming emotions that resonated from the buildings and the structures all across the location was definitely a prime example of the stone tape theory. I was blessed to be part of Curse the Bell Witch on A&E Network. I was the paranormal investigator for that show. I was called to help a friend of mine, John, and his friend Chad to solve the generational curse that had plagued him and his family for many years. Some of the stuff we had to deal with was a little bit dangerous, but I mean, if you know me, you know that's not really a problem for me. We got to go to some cool places like John Bell's gravesite that I've been honored to be able to share my experiences with a lot of different people, and the Bell Witch Cave, which was really cool. I get to meet a lot of really cool people, make a lot of new friends at these events, and it's really been a great time to get to be able to do that and have the opportunity to do so. I've got to be able to pass on my knowledge that I've learned throughout the 24 years. I've got to meet some really great new fans and new friends, I call them, to be honest, that I've seen it at many different places, and to get to experience their excitement as much as I get excited about these places. It's really it's what motivates me to keep going, and along the way I've made some great new colleagues in the field at some of the most haunted locations across the country. I've had the privilege to be a guest at some of the coolest events. I've signed my autograph right alongside some of the coolest down-to-earth and some of the smartest people I've ever met. I do tend to have some fun and sing a little bit once in a while, and even meet a new friend and learn his card game that he came up with. And you know, I meet friends now that are more family, and some I call brother. One I had the privilege to go investigate with at Wheatland's Plantation. Here's about a minute or so of it.
I know there's many people buried under this floor we're sitting on too. They built a new house right on top of you. Are you trapped here? Or do you come back and forth? Ooh. Ooh.
What? It said
It
something.
said trap
Trap
and
something.
then something.
Something. Can you say that again, please?
And it was it was really an honor to be able to do that and be part of that experience, you know. And I want to do what I can and learn what I can while I'm alive, and pass on whatever I can to you guys, and hopefully you can learn from my experiences. With me facing mortality recently, it's given me more motivation than ever to figure out the questions of the unknown, especially the paranormal, where we go when we pass on. And that's one thing myself and my team are working to find out, so hopefully soon we'll know something. My team, which is Caves of Darkness Paranormal Investigations, I founded them in 2011. Wanted to get a like-minded team together that wanted to help people, whether it be with paranormal or anything else that they needed help with. It's all about help with me. I know if you guys follow me, you always hear me talk about help, but that's what it's all about. I will never forget where I came from and what I do for a reason is to help people. God put me on a path for a reason, and that's the whole thing. God has put me on this path, and I believe in it, and I love it, and everything I do is for Him and to help other people as well. Growing up around here in Tennessee, it's really beautiful. You can look around in the different areas and really just feel like you're part of nature. There's been a lot of different happenings going on up here, which there's been UFO sightings. There's been apparently some kind of smelly big monster that we're going to try to figure out what's going on. It may be Bigfoot related, but we don't know for sure. And there's also different kind of paranormal things, which I've come across many different things up here, and which hopefully I'll be able to tell you guys about a lot of them, and you can learn from my experiences. With Smoky Mountain National Park being 800 square miles between Tennessee and North Carolina, it's got, it's approximately 20 million visitors a year, and makes it, it's the top park around the nation. Local people around Tennessee and North Carolina teamed up trying to acquire land a piece at a time, since it needed financial help to get started when it was first being put together, along with J.D. Rockefeller and the U.S. government. But once that came to pass, Elkmont residents were forced to leave the homes, and all their fishing and everything, the hunting and all that, had to be cut different because of the park. Hey guys, so I brought you here with somebody very special to me. This is my father, Ray White. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We wanted to tell you a little bit about the fishing, where I was explaining on earlier, where a lot of people come here for the fishing, for the hunting, especially in the Elkmont area and Smoky Mountains as well. And you go a lot trout fishing, don't you, Dad?
Yes.
Tell me a little about what you used to do.
Well, growing up, I used to fish a lot in the mountains, because then in the park they had plenty of fish back then. We used to go to Elkmont and fish Elkmont a lot. Back in, I was around 10-year-old when we first started, and Elkmont was a very popular area at that time. A lot of people on different areas around the Wonderland Hotel and everything. That had been back in the early 50s. And we used to go to Jake's Creek, especially to fish for speck trout, which gets to about 7 or 8 inches. That's a real big fish.
Well, that's really cool. Me and you go fishing a lot and enjoy it around even Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, throughout the whole Smoky Mountain area.
Right.
It's really, it's because this place is so close to nature. You really get to see what God has given us, and to really be blessed by such a surrounding area that we just really call home here, which is the Smoky Mountains. But I do want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with me, Dad. I really appreciate it. And this is what it's all about to be in Tennessee. You love your family, you enjoy nature. The Smoky Mountains, you really get close to God when you get here, because it's what He's made for us, and made it so beautiful. Here in the Smoky Mountains, it really feels like you're immersed in the atmosphere of a J.K. Rowling book, one of those Harry Potter movies, or Tolkien's Middle Earth, and a hobbit's going to pop out and say, "Hey man, you want some mead?" If you truly want to know what it's like, this is what it's like. even though being nestled in the heart of the Smoky Mountains, Elkmont is a very, very, very spectacular and spiritual place. The thing, even going up there, we took a couple pictures at the sign at Elkmont and caught an orb. So I mean, as you can see, it's pretty cool up there. So I hope you guys enjoy the episode. This episode is about the Wonderland and Elkmont Ghost Town here in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. And here we go. Hey guys, welcome to Elkmont. This is the ghost town area here in Elkmont, Tennessee, right above Gatlinburg, Tennessee, here in the Smoky Mountains. I wanted to bring you guys out to check this place out because this is a very historical spot where this is a ghost town area now, and also where the Wonderland Hotel Annex was. As you can hear, probably pretty loud on the microphone right now, you can hear the water down here rushing. It's so beautiful up here, so secluded and just amazing. It's like a real wonderland, hence the name. The Wonderland Hotel area was built in the early 1900s by the Wonderland Club. This was one of the hubs of the Little River Railroad Company. It would take around 2 hours to get here from here to Knoxville. People would come here to go hunting and fishing. I mean, you could see how beautiful this area was and is now as it's really trying to recover from these past wildfires that have been going on in the Gatlinburg area and around my hometown around here through Sevierville, and it's really been tough to watch a lot of things going on like that. Someone had actually burnt down the Wonderland Hotel Annex itself, and that's very regretful to see somebody do that. That area was somewhere where people would come to enjoy themselves, to have fun, to dance. You know, there wasn't no phones, there wasn't no TV, there was no radio, so there was no internet, so you have to actually socialize like they would do here at the Wonderland Hotel area. These homes here, like the one behind me, are part of the Elkmont Ghost Town, where these folks, once this area was turned into a national park, was ran off. And they were, you know, it was forced. They were forced to get out of their homes, and this was truly their wonderland, and a place where they felt comfortable, a place where they really had their own paradise here, without any troubles, without any problems. So many people have been forced out of their homes, like the one here behind me, and it's really, you know, that big feeling of hurt, of pain, of heartache, and you know, of sadness and depression that you know, so much had went on. Even I had came here before with an old teammate, and we did an EVP session and a small investigation around the Wonderland Hotel Annex area and caught a bunch of EVPs. One really cool thing we caught was music. We caught music in the area, because that's where so many people had came to dance, to have fun. And now when you just look around, you don't see any of that anymore. It's just a barren area. There's nothing really, you know, that's left of what you know, what was here before than what you see behind me now. So hopefully, with what I do here today and what you guys are going to be able to enjoy, you'll be able to see some of this area, and we can you know, bring back some happiness to this area and joy instead of so much tragedy and pain and heartache. It's good to walk around up here in the Gatlinburg area and still meet people that used to work here and live here, like our new friend Pete that I just met up here recently.
George Preston or Pete Preston. All my friends know me by Pete Preston. Remember the dances, remember had bingo, had dances, had a lot of goings on in the hotel. And it was open to the public too later. The sign says in the 70s, but actually in the 50s and 60s. In the 50s for sure it was open, because I was a waiter up here in the waited tables up here for a while, and then I was night watchman and bus boy and did a little bit of everything up here.
Outside to watch the pass by. through the window and see you crying. I put my hand on your shoulder and say it'll be okay. So I'll never leave your side till my dying day. You control the rain with all your hurt and pain. When the lightning strikes the ground, I know where you'll be found. Take a ride down the road to this place I know. Sun sets on the field where the flowers grow. We parked at the spot next to the tree. And you said there was no place that you would rather be. Cause you control the rain, all your hurt and pain. Lightning strikes the ground, I know where you'll be found.
With the beautiful picture that is painted from the stories of the people that have lived, worked, or visited here, it really makes you feel what they felt when they were here. You know, you walk around all these trails, you see it from the outside, it looks very, very beautiful, but then you get in here and you actually see what's left. I went on a para-recon not too long ago, and actually I was by myself, but I met a friend when I was there, so this is when I went. Another one of the little places. We'll look in the front door, check it out. Feels a little weird right here, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. Get up in, well, floor's probably pretty dangerous. I might get up in there. Is my light on? I might get up here. Yeah, it's not bad. Just be real careful.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. Real careful. It's pretty crazy in here. Oh, I just got an orb.
You got one?
Yeah, sure did. Sure did, right up in there. It's pretty wild in here. I'm not gonna go that far over there.
Yeah, I went up. I was able to go upstairs, but it's
Kind of
very
dangerous.
decrepit, very
Even though each one of these houses we went through looks empty, I felt like there was somebody around looking at us, watching us the whole time, but it never really felt threatening or anyway. I just, it was kind of weird. Down in here. Oh yeah, dangerous too, huh?
very dangerous.
Awesome. Straight up dangerous. Just fall right down on the floor.
I went over this porch ledge.
Went over this stuff over here. Oh, right here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot safer. Oh, it's still not really safe at all, is it?
Is it?
No, not safe at all, so be careful. Okay. If there's anybody in here right now, can you make a noise for us, please? Can you tell us why you're here? Oh wow. Pretty big place, man. Pretty big place. People have been through here.
Yeah, those bottles right there.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty crazy.
Old bed.
Get off any. Not giving off anything. A door to something right here. Wonder what's in there. What's this door? You getting a 2.4, 0.3. Get the tightness of my chest in here. Just hear a voice, even just standing here looking inside the window. You know, all these houses, they look like they're hiding, and they feel like they're, still, being protected by the Smoky Mountains and the area here. You know, even though that the place is still left like this here at the Wonderland Hotel Annex, where it had been regretfully burnt down. When I went through before just to look around, I'd caught many EVPs. I don't know if it was really from any kind of tragedies or anything like that had went on, because sometimes when you go out to these investigations, the paranormal isn't always there just because that they had been killed there. They're there also because it's somewhere they felt safe or comfortable and somewhere they enjoyed being, and that's what I think a lot of these places are. Especially like this one, and it was it really felt just really amazing to be in a place where so many people were happy and enjoyed, and they lived here and came to visit. I mean, you still see orbs flying all over the place. You still get EVPs. Once my new buddy left, went back by myself a little bit. If you're in here right now, can you do me a favor? Knock 3 times like this. I'm not here to harm anybody, not here to hurt anybody, not here to disrespect anybody. I'm actually here just to help you communicate with someone if you needed to help you pass on, So if you need to be able to pass on somewhere, I can help you. But you got to let me know that you're here with me, okay? You've got to be able to touch this antenna for me so it'll go off and I know you're here with me, or I'll have to go. If you want me to stay and talk to you, right now's the time. Come up and touch this antenna for me. Let me know that you're here. Well, thank you very much if you did talk with me. I really appreciate it. You really got to give these people respect, and these spirits especially. I mean, that's dealt with stuff like this. I mean, they, say if they didn't even die here or pass away here, they came back here because they were comfortable, and they had to deal with the tragedy of the place getting burned down and all this other. But now it's a beautiful place. It's being reborn. It's trying to come back just like anything else does. It's always worse before it gets better. But the Smoky Mountains are very resilient. Why don't we take a walk around and check it out? Seeing it during the day and seeing it at night are definitely two different things. When we come out for our second episode, we're going to do a real full uncased investigation for you guys. We'll be doing it live as well, so you'll be able to see a lot of stuff. You'll be able to learn a lot with us. Maybe we'll be able to help some spirits out to pass, cross over, or whatever. You know, it'll be fun for all kinds of stuff. Just with so many different places up there that are so just spiritually charged, and just so much energy that's up there. Just because there's so much water. It runs straight through right in the middle of the Smoky Mountains. There's the pure white stone crystal quartz. As you guys know, quartz helps harmonize and balance. It enhances energy by absorbing, storing, amplifying, balancing, focusing, and transmitting that energy back into the environment. I mean, even the ancient Japanese believed that quartz was formed from the breath of a white dragon, and they regard it as representing perfection. Sometimes even when I pick my own stones, I find the ones that really draw me towards them. It's not really that I always pick something that is for something specifically. I pick it because it really calls to me and wants me to pick it up and grab it. I've got one specific stone that I picked up there. That's a white quartz stone that was right in the middle of the river, and it was just beautiful white. And I'll show you guys when we get ready for our investigation this next round. And you guys will really have a lot of fun with us, hopefully. And you know, I want you guys to understand the different kind of things that's going on up there. It's not just always paranormal. There's Bigfoot sightings, apparently. I don't know. There's some kind of smelly monster and some other different kind of stuff going on up here. So we're going to look into that kind of stuff. And then there's UFO sightings recently. And here in the past few years, it's been getting a lot more active. With so many unexplained things going on in the area, it really does raise the question, what is it that's drawing them here? Is it something about the Smoky Mountains themselves? Is it because there's an abundance of the pure quartz and, you know, the constant flow of water that's generating a constant energy source for the different beings or the spirits to siphon? Who knows? But one thing I know when I walk around up here, there is definitely a feeling of eyes watching you the whole time. You do feel like you're not alone, and it's very interesting. And hopefully this next round, when we come back for our second episode, we can show you guys a lot of stuff that's going on up here. You can also get involved with your first uncaged investigation, and we'll show you guys how to do that. And who knows, maybe we can be some kind of help to these spirits or beings that's out here, and maybe help some to cross over. And maybe we'll find out if there's an actual energy vortex or maybe even a wormhole from this side to the other side. And that would be a very interesting thing to find out. So I want to thank you guys for coming out and enjoying everything with us. God bless each and every one of you, and look forward to seeing you guys in our uncaged investigation on our next round of Unlocking the Cage. Peace out, guys.